just to kind of get this conversation started, let's talk about that Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer. Any thoughts, any impressions on it?
I'm excited. It looks really good, honestly. I'm like, it's been a long time since we've seen some Jedi action. Everything's been outside of like the Jedi and Sith. So I'm glad to finally get into this because that's all I've been wanting to see for a while now.
Yeah, that trailer looked amazing. Uh, Better than any of the movies that have been put out. Like the trailer alone just looked great. They didn't really give too much about what the story will be, and it'll be cool to see. And even just the last few seconds of the trailer were exciting with hearing hints of Vader.
Yeah, and John, it's interesting that you were going to say that you're looking forward to getting back to some Jedi action. I really believe that most of this show we won't be seeing any Jedi lightsabers, right? Like we'll see a bunch of Sith lightsabers, but I think because Obi-Wan Kenobi is hiding out, he's gonna refrain from pulling out his sword, right, or his saber. Maybe towards the end, if he's forced to go up against any of the Inquisitors or Vader.
I hope they allow themselves to have some creative freedom and kind of fix a lot of things that have happened with the newer movies, and not be afraid to like tell stories that no one, like the fans, don't know about yet. That's not even in comics. Like I really want to see another fight between Vader and Obi-Wan, or even a live action version of Obi-Wan defeating Maul again, from what I think it was the Clone Wars show or something like that.
It was Rebels where they had that final encounter, but there's still room for Obi-Wan to meet Maul. I just don't think it'll be in season 1. I think if they do a season 2, which they want to do that, Ian McGregor already said that he would love to do another season. I think maybe in that season we can have him face off against Maul and the Crimson Tide. I think it was the criminal organization he was overseeing. And it won't break canon, right? Because, maybe that's what causes Maul to really go after Obi-Wan again. Because right now, at this point in time in the story, he's doing his, criminal activities.
I also want to see, like, maybe some of Vader's perspective. They showed just that little split second of him in the back tank and getting his suit put on. Like, we want to see, like, as fans, like that pain and suffering that causes him to hate, because he blames Obi-Wan for all that, so it makes sense. So I want to see that hate growing, and then maybe some conflict in him of like turning to the light and regretting all the decisions he's made and having flashbacks, and then having that pain being put into the suit. And that's kind of how like Darth Sidious is able to recontrol him and bring him back to the dark side. Just little things like that conflict that he has.
Yeah, man, that'd be really cool. That'd be really dope to see.
I have a theory, and I want to hear from you guys your thoughts on it. But I think we're gonna see Vader with a modified suit, because the way the trailer ends and the way they're kind of putting the suit on him looks very different from what we've seen in Revenge of the Sith. And at one point where they're putting the chest plate piece, you kind of see the side, and it doesn't look like he's wearing a full-blown armor the way his traditional Darth Vader outfit is. So I'm thinking, okay, is it going to be a modified suit? Is it going to be something that's a little bit lighter, where he's, how Vader's suit has like that traditional samurai look to it? I'm wondering if it's going to resemble something a little bit sleeker, or trimmed down almost like a ninja outfit, right? Where he'll be a little bit more agile to fight against Obi-Wan, because at this point they're supposed to kind of still be at their prime, so we have to see them like moving fast, have like, if they are gonna have a lightsaber scene, like it needs to look like they're really gonna go at each other the way they did in Revenge of the Sith. So I'm wondering, and listen, they want to sell toys, right? So if they put out another Darth Vader alternate suit or armor, like, dude, those are toys that'll freaking sell out quick. So any thoughts on that? Or do you think we're gonna see just the classic traditional Vader armor?
I hope so, man. Like, I want to change. I've always been wanting to see Vader in like something new or upgraded But I don't know if they'll change it because they always stick to their same thing over and over again. But I love the idea. Like I definitely want to see that because I know what you're talking about. It seems like the breathing apparatus that he uses to stay alive, they attach it directly onto his chest, and it looks
Yeah.
like his skin is exposed on the sides.
Yes.
So it's like, that's definitely different. We've never seen it put on like that before. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope so. And then again, with them being on the younger side, like there's a short scene where Obi-Wan's fighting a group of I think clone troopers or something, and he's moving pretty badass. It's awesome. He's like flying through it. It's not like the old school ones where he's just holding the lightsaber and moving.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everything's hand-to-hand combat. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
And just imagine how intimidating Vader would look if, yeah, he still has some armor pieces, like he still has the gloves and
Mhm.
the chest plate, maybe the mask, but imagine if his head is exposed, all scarred up, and you still see, his arms all burned, and like
Yeah.
that would be
And the
a
Sith
creepy
eyes.
scene. Yeah, with the red Sith eyes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And that'll allow Hayden Christensen to really be Vader, right?
Mhm.
Because as much as they can have him wear the classic traditional outfit, then what's the point of even getting Hayden Christensen, right? Because
Mhm.
you could get anybody to wear that outfit and it would be James Earl Jones to do the voice, right? But I
Mhm.
think if they give him an alternate suit, maybe that's an opportunity to really allow Hayden Christensen to play Vader, and maybe he's doing it on the down low. Maybe the Emperor forbids him from going after Obi-Wan, and he
He can't
just,
be seen.
yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know, but what are your thoughts, Dan? Man, what do you think?
That's a really interesting theory, man. I hope they do show him with a different suit, and it would make sense if they do, because it could be like a Mark One kind of thing, where it was like
Yeah.
the first iteration of what he was supposed to have, and maybe he gets beaten that, and that's why he has to reinforce and comes with something else later on, which is what we eventually see.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm good with whatever they do, but I'm like John said earlier, I'm really hoping they kind of like change it up a bit and do something different and take some creative liberties. I think that'll go a really long way. But I am super excited for Obi-Wan. That's just a couple of weeks away, and is gonna be awesome. And I love Ian McGregor. I forget the actor's name that plays Owen Lars, Luke's
The uncle.
uncle. So I want to see him as well because he's a great actor. I've seen him in some other things. Just seeing this trailer, I kind of got excited for a young Luke Disney Plus show, and him and his uncle are just out going about the moisture farm, and Luke is getting into trouble, and he's trying to learn how to pilot and all that stuff. Like that would make a cool Disney Plus show for me. So we'll see. But any other thoughts on the Obi-Wan trailer?
I'm just excited to see the actual show. Like,
Yep,
I'm gonna be glued to the
yep.
TV for that one.
I
Same
definitely
here, man.
want to see where this leads, man, because like I get it, we're going back to the past, but I want to see something that affects the future moving forward of Star Wars, something
Yeah.
different that we haven't seen, and kind of fill in all those gaps that we've left between the cartoon shows and the movies.
I
Yeah.
wonder if it'll connect to the series that they have going on now with Mandalorian and Boba Fett. Like if they do anything in that show that does connect to years down the line to what these shows have become.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, man.
I think I read somewhere where Ian McGregor mentioned that it is tied to Rebels, like they're gonna tie it into that one character from the show.
Cool.
So we'll see. Oh, and the video game. Sorry, I forgot. It was the video game.
Oh yeah, to the last what was it, Jedi Fallen Order? Yeah.
Which would be awesome.
Yeah, that'll be great. All right, well, here's hoping that Obi-Wan pays off, and I'm sure it will.